Welcome to the VI Department of Education's 2020-2021 Parent and Community Educational Conference. Research has shown that parental involvement is a key factor in student achievement and students' overall success in life. It is also known to be true that parents tend to participate more in their child's education when they know how and when they feel knowledgeable and equipped with the tools to do so. With this in mind, the VI Department of Education has provided professional development for parents over the years, and we are pleased to continue providing this important and necessary support. What's new at the department, however, is the professional development we are providing for the VI community. This change is due to the fact that successful school systems have strong, positive, and consistent community support. And with this goal of rebuilding the community's trust in the Virgin Islands public education system, I am delighted to bring this educational conference to you. Your participation in today's conference will help to transform our public education system. I look forward to hearing about your experience today and the areas of the VI public education system you would like to learn more about. Remember, together we can transform public education in the Virgin Islands. Enjoy today's session.
Welcome. I am Sharon Amy, the Chief Internal Auditor of the Office of Internal Audit in the territory of the VI Department of Education. Presenting with me today is Ms. Kadila Joseph, the Director of Procurement in the St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John District, and Chanel Carlo Daniels, the Architect of the Territorial VI Department of Education as well. Today, we will be sharing information with you on VIDE up close. Let's get started. Our theme for tonight is a unique opportunity to understand the Virgin Islands Department of Education administrative structure, programs, and services. Our goals and objectives. The VI Department of Education is the largest department under the government of the Virgin Islands executive branch. One, the VI Department of Education Up Close project is designated or designed to outline and bring a comprehensive perspective of the interfacing and responsibilities between the department's state and district administration for the benefit of newly hired personnel and the community. And two, the project is further designed to help employees and external stakeholders understand the roles and responsibilities of various state and district offices and their respective areas of management. Our focus areas: one, the legal basis for the Virgin Islands Department of Education. Two, the Virgin Islands Department of Education's relationship with the Virgin Islands Board of Education. Three, powers and duties of the Board of Education and the Department of Education. Number four, organization of the Department of Education, the state office organization, which is number five, and six, the district office organization. And so we will be looking at focus areas. Number one, the authority and jurisdiction. Therein, in the revised Organic Act of 1954, it states and it sets forth the structure of the government of the territory and its relationship, the Department of Education and the Board of Education. In VI Code Title 17, Chapter 3, Section 21, the powers and duties of the Board of Education and the Department of Education, which states to recommend the establishment of the public schools, prescribe general regulations and orders, adopt curricula and courses of study, recommend laws and amendments, recommend appropriations required for the operation of the public schools and the Department of Education, and in general, to do anything necessary for the proper establishment, maintenance, management, and operation of the public schools of the Virgin Islands. It also has that we will cooperate with U.S. Department of Health as it relates to education and welfare as governed by the acts of Congress, provide for the proper administration of funds appropriated by Congress for educational purposes, approve, disapprove, subject to the governor final approval certification, salaries and appointment of teachers, librarians, supervisors, and other personnel of the department. In VI Code Title 17, Chapter 3 and Section 2, the school management accountability. Therein, the board in operation with VIDE is authorized to conduct a thorough annual assessment and evaluation of all public school facilities, school guidance, division, and school administration in the territory. In consultation with the Commissioner of Education, develop and adopt the standards and guidelines for conducting a comprehensive annual inspection, assessment, and evaluation of all public school facilities, school administration, and school guidance divisions in the territory and identify major maintenance needs in the school and make recommendations based on inspections conducted. Identification of strengths and weaknesses of each school to include achievement and standardized test scores and statistics for dropouts, attendance, college entrance, and vocational program entrance. In VI Code Title 17, Chapter 5, Section 41, courses of study. Prescribed course of study in all public schools upon the recommendation of the Commissioner of Education, academic classes, and other classes to be a part of the curriculum. For example, the history of the VI and Caribbean history, drug prevention and education, family life, sex education, substance abuse, real estate appraisal, swimming, cultural education, financial education program, basic agriculture education, hotel and tourism training courses. And we will now speak on the functional areas of the Department of Education. In VI Code Title 3, Chapter 7 and Section 92, the responsibilities of the Commissioner, appointment, tenure, qualification, and administration. The Commissioner is appointed by the Governor with the advice and consent of the legislature. A citizen of the United States shall be a graduate of an accredited college or higher institution of learning of recognized standards, shall possess at least a master's degree, and shall have had at the time of his or her appointment at least 4 years experience in the field of education. Employ inter-career service position teachers and other employees as necessary. Virgin Island Code Title 3, Chapter 7 and Section 93, the Assistant Commissioner, Insular Superintendents, and Deputies, appointment, tenure, and function. The Assistant Commissioner, 2 Insular Superintendents, 1 Dean of Students for each high school, and deputies as the Governor deems necessary for the proper administration of the department. The Assistant Commissioner, the Insular Superintendents, and 1 Dean of Students for each high school shall be of the same rank. The Assistant Commissioner, the Insular Superintendents, and any deputies appointed under this section shall perform such functions as the Commissioner prescribes. Herein ends my section. We will now have Ms. Kadila Joseph, who will do part 2, state and district responsibilities. You're on mute.
Good afternoon, everyone. Ms. Amy briefly discussed the roles and the responsibilities of, or the differences between the Board of Education and the Department of Education and all their duties and regulations described therein as codified in the VI code. My section of the presentation will speak more towards the state and district responsibilities. Very often within the internal VIDE department, internal environment, as well as the external environment, many individuals does not know the difference between state administration and district administration. We wanted to make a clear point, or make it so that everyone are aware of the responsibilities of these, of the areas, of the roles. The state administration office is governed or fall under the oversight of a commissioner of education. The St. Croix district is overseen by the superintendent of schools, the insular superintendent of schools. And the St. John district, of course, is overseen by the superintendent of schools in that district as well. Dr. Stefan Jurgen is our insular superintendent in the St. Thomas St. John district, and Mr. Carlos McGregor is the insular superintendent in the St. Croix district. Okay, pursuant to VIC Title III, Chapter 7, Section 94. It clearly outlines the roles and the functions of the office as outlined as presented. The department is separated into 3 distinct units, of course. The SEA, which is the State Education Agency, overseen by Commissioner Racquel Berry-Benjamin, and also the 2 school districts, the St. Croix School District and the St. Thomas St. John School District. The school districts are referred to as the local education agency, while the state is referred to as the state education agency. It's important to note that the state education agency oversees, and I like to point out, oversees and manages the business of the Department of Education. In that role, they also oversee the LEAs, while the superintendent will have oversight over each school and each activity center. They make and prescribe the rules within those respective districts. And naturally, the state administration will just provide management and oversight to those 2 school districts. Under the state level administration, we have described or outlined the offices or division that fall under the Commissioner of Education, to include curriculum of instruction, the Division of Human Resources, the Internal Auditor, the Division of Operations, a newly created division which oversees all facility management and maintenance within both school districts, public relations, who has so eloquently presented and will be managing these professional development series, our legal counsel, on which we have two attorneys assigned to legal counsel, the Office of Planning and Research and Evaluation, and the Division of the Fiscal and Administrative Services. We understand that some may not be aware of, okay, what are the roles of these divisions? Stating while we are aware what curriculum and instruction is, it is, of course, this division oversees the instructional aspect of of the department. Planning, research, and evaluation is not a popular or well-known division, and I will just briefly give you a description or of the functionality of that division. The Planning, Research, and Evaluation division serves as a clearinghouse for student data. It provides research, student data collection, and reporting for local, federal, and interdepartmental responsibilities. Okay, so in a nutshell, they collect that division collects student data, which is in fact in turn transferred or utilized to make informed decisions to include acquiring grant monies and other aspects of funding from the federal government. This is a very important division within the department. Okay. Under the divisions, while that was a broad overview, we provided a broad overview of the many divisions under this in the state. There are also, again, other divisions which fall, or mini divisions which fall under the broader divisions. Here we go. Curriculum and instruction speaks to assessment, special education, music education, cultural education, sports and athletics, science, technology, and math education, adult education, and positive behavioral intervention support program. This is a grant program which is federally funded by the U.S. Department of Education. Okay. Another broad or lengthy division, I would say another broad division, is that of the Division of Fiscal and Administrative Services, which is headed by our Deputy Commissioner, Ms. Ava Penn. This fiscal administrative office oversees on all of the department's financial services, to include the Division of Federal Grants, so the Office of Federal Grants, the business offices in both school districts, Office of Budget, Fixed Asset or Property Management, Procurement, Special Nutrition, and 21st Century Programs. Again, Fiscal Administrative Services handles, again, all of the department's funding opportunities and monies, cash management, and so forth. Okay. The district, the school districts are, again, we have two school districts, the St. Croix School District as well as the St. Thomas St. John School District. And this organizational chart just pretty much identifies what offices or what programs fall under the or are overseen by the insular superintendent. Again, you may see replications of the divisions, and I just want to point out again that the district offices handles the everyday instruction, okay, provided to our students. And the state office, the office of the commissioner, the state office oversees the district's roles or the district's principles of management, if that makes sense. Okay. Okay, curriculum instruction again. And I'm focusing on curriculum instruction as our main responsibility here at the Department of Education is student achievement. And which lies under curriculum instruction, we have early childhood, English as a second language, science, math, social studies, physical education. All of these divisions or all of these areas has their own coordinator, or a coordinator is assigned to each division or each program in each school district. Okay. Thank you. Ms. Chanel Cowell-Daniels will speak towards the implementation and or the department's strategic plan as it pertains to student achievement and our goals for the 2021-2022 school year.
Thank you, Ms. Joseph and Ms. Amy. It is my pleasure to be here with you tonight to give you some words about the implementation of this up close project, which is going to be dovetailed into the implementation of the strategic plan. So as soon as we advance to that slide, you'll see that our big goal is transformation, and we're transforming each and every one of the departments that Ms. Joseph told you about. Our goals, number one, is student success. Everything that we do is aligned toward helping every child to achieve academically, socially, emotionally, physically, and in career pathways. So for the physical part, that's where operations comes in, and that's where I do the work that I do. But what makes it rewarding is because when you transform the physical spaces that our children learn in and that our teachers provide an education in, the children grow emotionally, they grow socially, as well as they achieve better academically and have success in their chosen career pathways. The next goal is to improve and transform our human resources and make sure that we provide a type of environment and experiences and training so that our employees are knowledgeable, caring, and effective. Next is operations, and our big goals are to increase accountability. So you'll notice that you're seeing more reports from us, you're hearing more from us. Efficiency is something that we are increasing as well. We have some new software that we're implementing, and you'll see changes in that area now that operations has been fully combined with the maintenance department, the engineering department, as well as the project management areas and planning for new schools. That's all integrated now, so that will help us to achieve greater efficiency and effectiveness. In our finances, we're transforming to improve our management and our accountability for department funds. So that means that you'll start to see more reporting about what we're doing with those funds and tying the funds that we receive, not just in a lump sum way, but in an itemized way to the outputs and outcomes of our various divisions. Our facilities goals are always to make sure that our learning and working spaces are conducive to learning. That means cleanliness, which is handled at the school level with the janitorial services and janitorial workers, and they're receiving all the training that they need to make sure that they keep up with the sanitization of the schools, as well as we have grants to augment the work that they do, and we're ordering supplies and everything to make sure that our facilities are conducive learning and workspaces. And our last goal is to improve and transform our community engagement. And this very process that we're going through tonight to inform you and engage you via the Facebook platform is one step in increasing our community engagement. Our goal is to restore and rebuild community trust. So with that, I'd like to turn it back over to my colleague, Ms. Kadila Joseph. Oh, no, I have one more. I can speak a little more. In terms of accountability and academic measures, both districts engaged in a strategic planning process, and two things that they want to be able to measure are growth and success. So we want to measure the student success, of course, in meaningful ways. So we're looking for English language proficiency as a measure of success. We're looking for academic achievement as a measure of success. We're looking at the graduation rate as a measure of success. And we have several things in a basket of measures of school quality, such as absenteeism, educator attendance, college and career readiness, CTE certifications, and standardized test scores. And it's not only enough for us to set measures of the success, we want to also grow. So we want to be successful this year, and then we want to be even more successful next year, and even more successful the year after that. So we have also engaged in a process of setting targets for growth so that you'll see absenteeism decrease, you'll see educator attendance increase, you'll see college and career readiness increase by seeing improvements in our test scores. And you'll see us making responses to interventions to help identify areas where students have gaps and fill in those gaps to increase growth in those areas. Now I can turn things over to my colleague, Ms. Joseph.
At this time, we will be able and would like to receive any questions that you may have regarding this evening's presentation.
If you are logged in to the Zoom call, you can utilize the chat feature, or you can raise your hand and we'll acknowledge you. If you're viewing via Facebook, you can drop your question in the chat and we will pose it to the presenters. Also, all of these presentations are being recorded so that if you're unable to view the presentation from the beginning, or you had any issues with your internet during the time the presentation is being aired, it is going to be uploaded to the VIDE website so that you can view it at your leisure.
Good day, parents. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you found the information valuable to understanding the VIDE's functions and beneficial to your ease of engagement with the Department of Education. You may access this information anytime by visiting vide.vi and clicking on the For Families tab. Thank you.